Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Fellow marble collectors, marble rollers, marble creators. 1 minute while I get this music volume adjusted for me. I don't think it's too loud for you guys, but where in my ears? You guys can't hear it. I'll turn that up. There we go. So that should be much better. Hey, hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Again, I don't think it's going to be too long of a stream. Like an hour. I'm going to shoot for about an hour. That's what I used to shoot for. What I'll shoot for again. Got a couple things planned. As you can see, got a couple things out. Got some new decor. Hey, you guys ready for this camera? This camera, unfortunately, not the greatest. None of my cameras are the greatest, but vacation time is here. Escape from life for an hour, kind of, maybe. Yeah, I got a couple things planned. We're gonna take a look at some marbles. I got them laid out here on this rotating pedestal. Got some cool things to look at online. If you guys aren't on the Reddits, there is a marble subreddit, and it's getting more and more popular every day. It's really neat. Reddit seems to be just feeding it to new people via an algorithm. But some cool stuff's popped up in the past week. Some really cool stuff. So we'll take a look at that. And then, we'll go over the one marble show for the rest of the year down in Texas. Always reiterate that. And then I pulled up a wheel, and we're going to look at, like I said, I haven't been on Instagram for a year, haven't seen anything of what people are creating, what they found, anything of that sort. So I created a wheel, just a few names of the people that I follow. Then we'll just whittle and add and change. And we'll spin through and just take a look. Hopefully, it'll be new to me, be hopefully new to you guys. Maybe you guys find some new accounts to follow. Maybe you guys give me some new accounts to follow. That's kind of the whole point of it. That's kind of the whole point of all of this, right? Isn't it sharing? It's a game too, but it's fun. So yeah, I did pull out. I don't have chat. Let me pull up this 1 second. How do I do that? I did it last week. I can just pull it up here. I did pull out. William, hey, it's good to see you, man. Again, I'm sorry to hear about your brother. I'm an only child, so I can only imagine. But losing family, man. Happy you could spend some time with us this Thursday. So last week I teased everyone. I showed them. I don't think like last year. I don't think I showed anyone. If I did, I just teased it. The awesome load of marbles that you sent. So last week I teased some people. And I said, "Yeah, it's coming up." Didn't really get enough planned to really, I think, do it justice tonight. So that's why I'm holding off. We're not going to be going through those tonight. I think I'm leaning towards doing a video. I think it's just better. I can get more focused information. As you guys kind of know, a bit ditzy, a bit, my mind moves like a Tron bike. I go off on tangents. So I think an edited video will just do that a bit better. I'm looking here. My 720. Yeah, so that's the highest I can go is 720, One day, I don't know how I get 1080. Maybe I have to become a bigger YouTuber. Yeah, I'm glad to see you, William. I need to move this chat over. I can't quite see it. I think I can pop it out too. Pop out. There we go. Nice. Hope there's something good. Oh, dude. So how I'm treating, I think I want to do this moving forward with like more, if I get like a large batch of marbles, like a collection essentially, However, I mean, I think all of my marbles I've always mixed together, but yours, obviously with the intent of the video, I've kept them separate, and I think I'm going to keep them separate afterwards. And I don't know how. I mean, maybe the looker, like the ones I pick out, maybe they get mixed in. But for sure, I'll have like some. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna label them yet, but I just like the idea of that. And then, as you guys can see, I'm starting to kind of decorate for a stream-ish. I mean, it's push pins and binder clips, but it also makes it so I can swap them out. Like this week, the vacation time is here. I mean, I don't want to get political. I'm not going to get political, but I have some Marvel related stuff that has political stuff. And hey, in a few weeks when it's election week, like what is, I'm not going to talk about what's going on in the current state, but it fits the theme. So I like being able to switch them out. Classic Norman Rockwell, Saturday Evening Post. I'm not going to show you the bottom of it because, hey, guess what? It has a political message. I agree with. I don't know. Okay, I'm keeping it out. I'm keeping it out. Got the Pokemon. Got the. You guys can't see any of this, so I don't know why I'm going through it. But I want to get more decor, basically. Good. I like your love for it, dude. Marbles. All marbles are great. Like, that's what's like. Obviously, it's Animal Farm, right? All marbles are equal. Some marbles are more equal than others. I mean, honestly, that's kind of how it works. All marbles are equal. Some marbles are more equal than others. Politics have lost their marbles. I totally agree, dude. That's why I'm trying to keep it out. I'm sorry I mentioned it. This is supposed to be an escape. As much as this is escape for me, this whole stream can shut out the world for an hour and just. I hope that we can provide similar escape to you as well. Escape's not always the greatest thing. Don't always feed into it, but it's nice every once in a while. I haven't gone through anything what I pulled out today. Obviously got my little, presumably, Jim Davis. Possibly Andy Davis. But probably Jim Davis. Sulfide, colored sulfide. Colors on this are washed out. I got a big overhead. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this. This is what I use for my overhead lighting. It's like some old spin around. Can't show you underneath. It's fluorescent. I like it. It's useful. It just colors aren't greatest, but I mean I'm hacking all this together. So got that. Got 3 marbles. So I did something I shouldn't have. It's okay. It's 3 marbles. Got some marbles. These aren't all just super recent. Within the past few weeks. Bought them all from Cedarman7. If you guys watch my top 10 videos, Cedarman7 has ended up in those videos a lot because he sells quality marbles. These marbles would definitely not end up in a top 10 most expensive, nor will they ever. But each of them I purchased for unique reasons. They're not. It's cool. Each of them is new to my collection in some way. We'll go through them. This one's really loud. We're gonna skip this song, maybe. I like the beat though. I'm using YouTube's free library, and it's got some funky tunes, but they're all right. So yeah, we'll go through those, and then I am kind of hoping that JRA Cat pops in. Obviously not going to be too surprised or upset if he doesn't, but if any of you guys watched last week, JRA Cat came in and mentioned how he taught Andy Davis how to make molds for his sulfides. Now, that got me thinking. I believe this is a Jim Davis, which is the son of Andy Davis, and therefore you could presume that JRA Cat is partially responsible for the creation of this marble. And that is wicked, wicked, wicked cool. I find that wicked cool. Hey, Blue Crow! That's a name I recognize. Glad to see you. Hope you're well. Glad to see you back. You'll find this cool. So last week, JRA Cat. I think JRA Cat was hanging out in the chat last year. Maybe you can remind me, Blue Crow. But JRA Cat came in and he mentioned how he taught Andy Davis how to make molds for his sulfides. Now, this, I showed it last year, purchased this last year, is an Andy Davis top. They took a bunch of Jabbo marbles, Jesus, some ox blood. It's wicked cool. And I guess I should say Andy Davis. It's Davis Glassworks. I presume Andy Davis. But this is molded. So they melted down Jabbo marbles with the ox blood. And it's got some pink in there too. That's great. I can actually got these other camera. So far out of the way. I've never shown this before, but we're gonna show it again because it's just so nice. But this is molded, and so you have to presume, again, assume maybe, you know, happens when you assume. Look at those. Look at all some warps, some colors. But you can assume that this similar method to mold this top and top base is similar to how I molded sulfides. And if that's the case, we again have JRA Path to thank for these wonderful creations, partly. We also, of course, have Andy Davis and the Davis family, and everyone else that helped out around their shop. But I was sitting there looking at this. I already forgot the rose tea figurines. I didn't even turn that off, but I did. That was cool that he came in and dropped that tidbit of information. So that's neat. Let's take a look at these. So like I said, I got these from Cedarman 7. Let's take a look at them up close. This, you guys can guess. I won't call it out immediately. Narrow it down. It is American made, machine made. It is from the Northeast, West Virginia. It's a West Virginia swirl. It is not a World War II era. We're not looking at Alley. I mean, Alley operated after that too. You guys, we're not looking at a Heat and we're not looking at a Cairo. We got a Champion. And I am going to see if I can't get a good zoom in on this. Because, guys, it has metallic in there. Like a metal metallic, similar to the Jabbo lawn chairs, which we all know Dave McCullough had a hand in creating those Jabbo lawn chairs, along with Ron Shepard and some others. We know that Dave McCullough, operated Champion for some time, so it's not too surprising to see some of that similarity to, and man, let me see. Yeah, I got the HD on. Oh, let me pop it back on. It's just doesn't focus quite as good as I'd like, but hey, it's my phone camera. What can you ask for? But yeah, wicked cool marble. And so I got these. Cut the sec out. Show you. So here's what I'm saying on the Jabbo lawn chair. Man, the focus on this is just not going to be... I gotta figure something else out. There we go. You can see that metallic sheen. I know it's going to look almost like a VCR to you guys, but it is what it is. Champion, yup. Cloudy day. Blue, if you're saying you're having a cloudy day, I'm sorry to hear. I hope those clouds clear out tomorrow. And if you're calling this marble a cloudy day, I would agree. My camera. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, guys. Alright. But yeah, it's got the same metallic as that Jabbo. And then here is a marble I'd always suspected... Focus. I'd always suspected was a Champion. But now that I'm sitting here thinking, I'm still leaning maybe towards a Heaton or a Cairo. I don't know. I just pulled it out and I was like, man, that one, it is looking kind of similar to the swirls, but now that I'm thinking, I'm looking at it, they're a bit more spaced out Of course, Champion probably made some of those as well. That was really loud, by the way. I'm sorry if that song was too loud. Yeah, so that was marble number 1. Figure all this out, guys. All right, let's put it back on there. So that is a Champion. I love that one. That'll never be losing. I mean, I trade marbles. That's it. That's the only way. But I only have one of those, so it's not leaving my collection until I get another one. I think that honestly is my favorite. The best for last. We'll save the best for last of the 3. Here we got you guys know what it is. Let's look at it on the close-up. Get it focused. Come on. Bear with me. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Champion extension just like that. Like the blue. But they're also similar to the one I was thinking that might be a Heaton and Cairo. So swirls, man. Swirls. Like, they're so tough. But that's also why I want to keep yours separate, because it's like they're from Champion. Like I was saying earlier, keeping them separate. You guys should be able to call this one out. I'm not gonna say it right away again and let people guess. Yep, that marble, but I thought Heaton. You know. You should be able to call it pretty quickly. The pattern is a bit like wonky, and I wish I could get like real up. Let's see. I'm gonna try and zoom in crazy. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it focuses in. Nah, it's not gonna. If I back up, because it has some aventurine in the black. It's not an acro. See, that's what it almost the ribbons. Uh-oh, I'm almost giving it away. All right, we're zooming back out. That's too much. The ribbons, they almost do, the way they connect, almost do create a corkscrew pattern, but it is not. Dude, that's wicked crazy. Now that you say that, it literally. It's not an acro though. I'm positive of that. But yeah, let's watch that. Black, scroll, goes there, falls around there. Man, my phone camera. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. Follows there, follows there, follows there. I love this song. Follows there, follows there, follows there, follows there. Holy cow. Yeah, it does look like an acro corkscrew, but I bought this from, like I said, Cedarman 7, and I highly respect his opinion. Now, so, why I don't. This right here, you're throwing me through a hoop. Alright, hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna drop it out. Bought this as a Peltier Wasp, and there is a venturine in the black. It's not, I can kind of show it to you guys. Of course, there are some hit marks. I got it for cheap. It was a nice deal. But holy cow, you're throwing me through a loop. JRA Cat! Hey, I'm glad you're stopping by. Okay, we got a little crazy. I'm confident this is a Peltier Wasp, but it's wild that the ribbons just line up perfectly to create a near corkscrew pattern. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. That's way better focus. Okay, we just need to keep it like that all the time. Okay. But, can we get autofocus? You can kind of see the aventurine in there. But, yeah, so JRA Cat. You should recognize this, right? I'm going to go back to the wide cam. These colors are so washed out. But I've gone through this before. Glad to see you, JRA Cat. This is an Andy Davis top, Davis Glassworks top. Once I got off the stream the other night, I walked by. I have this sitting next to, like, in my walkway, in the hallway. And, yeah, I was just like, holy cow, that's molded by Andy Davis. And if JRA Cat taught Andy Davis how to make his mold. Yeah, it's Andy's stuff. And hey, thank you, Jerry Cat, because you're partially to thank for, I think, am I right? Is this molded in a similar way? You were saying like you used the denture silicone. If you don't know, it's okay, but I was just like, oh, it's molded Andy Davis. Like, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, ain't that wild? Oh, Peltier Wasp. There's a little corkscrew pattern. I'm taking that one to a marble show and getting other people's thoughts because that's too cool. I'm not even if it's I'm not even upset. Like I said, I got it for cheap. It was people don't want beat up marbles. Um, Wicked cool. No, okay, Jerry Cat. So it's not molded similarly as the. Now that you say that, it makes sense now because the clay or the sulfides wouldn't have been glass. I gotta turn this music down before it blasts my ears out. He made the molds for that on his lathe. Ah, machined it like out of metal. What? Hold up. Wait. What? You got me confused. Because you can use wood. I know they use wood in soft glass. So is it a wood mold? Same with holder. Yeah. So, but then the bottom too. What about the stamp? Do you know on that? I'm sorry to throw a million questions at you, but you're like the source of the info. You're the original source. Yeah, it's made out of wood. I mean, that makes sense because I know soft in hot shops they use wood. Steel, steel, man, that would get so hot. That's crazy. That's cool. I mean, everything gets hot when you're working with glass. Um, that is wicked cool. Steel molds, and then just machine lathe it. Music stop. We're going to, we're just gonna go browse. We're gonna go mood. Well, we want instrumental only. Go mood. Let's go funky. Let's go for some funk. Elevator jazz. Right. Back to business. He paid to have that CNC for logo. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, you guys. I've shown it before, but it's so well detailed. That's seriously impressive. To know that that was done with steel now too. That's so cool. And to like not shock the glass. Man, I'm glad I pulled that out. I'm glad you're able to share that. I really appreciate that info, JRAK. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, that's kind of what the purpose of this marble, the final one, the third, the final boss, the best for last, in my opinion, I think. That's the coolest looking marble, in my opinion, of the three. That one, I'm just happy. I don't really have. If I went through, I might find some, but off the top of my head, I don't think I have any vintage aventurine. I know I have some Jabbo aventurine, um, but I don't have any like acro or Peltier or acro aventurine. So that was cool to add to my collection, even if it's beat up. Like, that's what collectible beat up ones are for. And that the press was old drill press. Press was an old. Oh, like you, yeah. Oh, wow. So transfer over, get the metal hot. Did he use like a crucible? I mean, I imagine he did it like soft glass. Did he torch him? Oh my god, I'm sorry to hit you with so many questions. I'm really sorry. I'm just a curious fellow. Um, yeah, but I like it. That's what I'm saying. My mind moves like a Tron bike, y'all. Um, so, so I'm also gonna Well, let's see if we can get focused. Oh, don't want to focus. See, something about this camera, guys. Okay, can I focus? Okay, so this is a Doug marble. And I'm not gonna even know that. I'm not. You guys. I mean, you could guess it. It's Jackson. It was Doug Jackson's location, and it is, as most information on Jackson's marbles will describe, it's like a transparent purple. It's not actually black. Might look black first, but once you get your backlight up to it, sorry, it's not the best, but you can see it's a transparent purple. And I think this is a bit more transparent than most. Slave took it look, came over on the Mayflower. That's funny. And using it for steel. I've never gotten to work on a lathe, unfortunately. Like, honestly, unfortunately, I would love the opportunity. Love shop class, love working in other people's shops. Never had a shop of my own, but it's fun stuff. Keep moving marbles. But yeah, so I was super excited to get a Jackson marble because I have, I mean, gobbles of swirls that are completely unidentified. And Jackson's got to be one of the hardest to identify. And I just know that the transparent purple that looks black is like one of the telltale signs. So when I saw a Doug Jackson with those characteristics going for cheap, had to grab it. Cedarman 7, he packages, he does combined shipping for everything, so and he'll like hold them. So that's how it worked for mine. Like I would win one auction, then wait a bit, and then win another, wait a bit, lose an auction, wait a bit. So yeah, super cool. Shout out Cedarman 7. And I've watched his marble auctions. These are actually the first I've purchased from him. Watched him for over the year. Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, those were the only in-person marbles that I had to look at this week. He would gather glass on a pontal, mostly marbles from Jabbo, use shears to cut off a glob. Yeah, so he gathered like soft. That's why I imagined. I don't think, do you know, did he ever work on a torch? To my knowledge, no. But let's see, we got those. All right. Everything else is going to be on the desktop. We got to look through the Reddit. We're going to look through some Instagrams. I think that is it. Might make it stretch that another 30 minutes. Guys, I stretched 3 marbles for 30 minutes. Hey. Technically 5 on top. Technically 6 on top. Technically, I don't know. But let's just move over to the desktop just to finish the pontal. So yeah, so he cut off the and then had glass on a pontal on a pond. Mostly marbles from Jabbo. Yeah. Cut off a glob. Finish the pontal. Yeah. Oh, use the torch. That's the question I asked. Yes. Did you ever use torch? You'd use the torch to finish the pontal. Thank you. Yes. I would expect that, and that makes sense. Thank you. I meant more bench work, but hey, that answers my question exactly. Answered my question actually better than I expected. So let's switch over to desktop. this is the one that I could see myself really getting lost in, and we're just actually I could just use that to fill up time. So we're gonna look at the Reddit posts first. Admittedly, kind of Reddit junkie. I don't use it that much. I'm down to 35 minutes a day. That's my limit on my phone. And I don't always hit it every day now, which makes me feel good. But I'm always I look at the Marvel subreddit every single day. And there was some crazy cool posts. There's always cool posts. Highly recommend if you guys want to come in, check them out. But there's, two in particular that I want to look at. We'll come back to it. Did you see what? There it is. Alright, so this one is actually a two-parter. Yeah, you guys see that? Thing. Okay. What am I using that? So, I'm not going to go into the comments because it got kind of like wonky people. It always seems to happen. Oh, look at these guys. Stamped Acro Special number 0. I'm sorry that I have hover zoom on my computer. It's well, what are we listening to? I'm sorry. What is this? This is not funk. I'm sorry. If that was going longer than I realized, I'm very sorry. Blame YouTube's free music catalog thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, Stamped Acro Special. Hold on, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna turn off my hover zoom. Thought I could just quickly turn it off. Here. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I'm not gonna fiddle with it too long. We deal with the hover zoom. Yeah, marked Acro Specials, unopened, supposedly. I mean, I think they probably are. Then, so that box was unopened, and then here, yeah, see my hover zoom's gonna be annoying. And then here we have another Stamped Acro Special, numbered 1, instead of the last box was number 0. And then the slightly different box decor. But I do not know really anything about the packaging from these Marvel manufacturers. But I would presume from seeing them, the two-color design, I think could probably be more new and further into Acro's production, whereas a lot of Acro's boxes are just one color print. Instead of red and black, they would be just red or just black. I think yeah, so this one's two-colored too. So you have the red and black on the yellow box. So yeah, crazy cool. So the guy found him. Again, if you want to read into it, I'm not going to go into the comments. It got a bit heated. I'm just here to show you guys some cool stuff. Plot thickens. Yes, the guy, or girl, I guess I'm presuming, I'm sorry, found 27 boxes, if I remember my count. It might be 26. Most of them unopened. Most of them still have the twine on them. And, yeah, crazy. I didn't show you guys, I just realized we looked at all those boxes and I didn't get to the last photo that shows the open box's contents. I'm so sorry. There we go. So yeah, so not complete, missing 3 marbles, it looks like. at least 3 or at least 2. But look at all the sparklers. It has like, I mean, it's clearly like everything's been rearranged. Um, but it has like almost a whole row of sparklers in it. And that's crazy. And then the courtiers, it's just the counts. It just seems odd. Like, yeah, sure. But he hasn't posted. He hasn't opened any of the other boxes. He doesn't want to, or they don't want to. I think that's wild fun. 20-some boxes of. If it's 29, I mean, we're looking at 3,000 marbles. Probably near mint to wet mint condition. What's in there? No shooters. They're all size number 0 to number 1, which if you guys didn't know, that's what on the boxes. I wish I didn't have the hover zoom on. Oh, it doesn't work here. Okay, cool. So right here, you can see the number 1 and then the number 0. Those are their size. Probably total size. I don't know. Most of you guys know this, but some of you might not. So that was a cool find. And then this, honestly, might even be crazier. What state am I in? The home of the champs! The home of the champs! I don't know. It's Kansas City, Kansas, or Missouri. Technically Missouri now. I used to live in Kansas for many years. I love Kansas. Love the Midwest. Yeah, I made those. Isn't that kind of cool? KC Bibsters. This one was a misprint. This was the only one of one I did with kind of Christmas tree colors. There's not much white, but the red and green. It is a Peltier NOR. I'm gonna go grab the other ones. You can see on my Instagram I made other ones. All my homies, Patrick Mahomes. All my homies shoot straight, roll often, win big. Kind of cool. But yeah, over Missouri, Kansas, somewhere in that vicinity. Look at this. I don't know what state this person's in. This person is probably still in a state of glee, because they found a row purser Valentine's Day marble at Goodwill, of all places. Might be going down to Fort Leonard Wood. Leonard Wood. Okay, that sounds super familiar. I'll have to write that down. Pull this here. Fort Leonard. Missouri. Okay, so yeah, that's in the. See, I'm not familiar with Missouri yet. Unfortunately, technically, that's down there. It's cool. Okay, you're down in the Ozarks area. I was just at Osage Beach a few weeks ago for a buddy's bachelor party. I'd never been. Yeah, Fort. Yeah, I caught that. That's cool. So let me get back. So is it near? No, it's way east. It's northeast of Springfield, way east of Joplin. Hope you have safe travel and a good visit. I've been out to Fort Leonard Wood. I lived next to Fort Leavenworth for a while. It's a cool place. Yeah, well, back to this. Row purser at Goodwill. Row purser at Goodwill. Row purser at Goodwill. What? Why? 2006 row purser. Okay, I'm sorry. I get distracted. What is this music again? I'm sorry, guys. So sorry. What is it doing in here? I don't understand how these songs are in the same playlist, under the same genre. Alright, what we're gonna do is instead of mood funky, we're gonna go to mood
Let's do bright. I think that might get some real cheesy stuff, but oh, this sounds fun. I love my bossa nova. It's not, I don't think bossa nova, but it's a Brazilian. Oh, I need instrumental only. Sorry, guys. Austin. Yeah, isn't that wild? So, if any of you don't know, Roe Purser is attributed with being like kind of like, that's my understanding, the guy who brought contemporary marbles back. So obviously they made handmade marbles in Germany. You guys know I showed this last week. I had this hang up last week. When handmaids were king, they made some wicked cool marbles in Germany 150 years ago. But then marble making fell out of favor. I don't know, around the 1920s, somewhere around then. And Roe Purser, to my knowledge, is attributed with being the first to bring it back. And I know Roe Purser marble at Goodwill is like, I don't even know, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, like almost like unbelievable. Like almost you don't want to believe it, but almost you do want to believe it. I don't go out there hunting. Every once in a while now, like if I stop somewhere or if I have time, I'll stop somewhere if it's close. But I haven't been hunting in over a year. Like at shops, antiques, thrifts. I want to go to a swap meet. Now that I'm in the big city, I have the opportunity to go to like a big, robust, multi-hundred, multi-thousand person swap meet. And I think there's probably going to be pretty decent stuff there. But I haven't been. Too many other things going on. But we're getting there. So yeah, those are the two things I wanted to show you guys from Reddit. Just crazy cool finds from this past week. There's not usually that like crazy cool stuff of people finding things, but sometimes it's sweet. People just struck gold. So over here I got my camera placed specifically. Like I said, I just went to who I followed and I threw down 16. It says 16 entries. I just filled this little thing. Just went there, just no picking out, nothing. And yeah, I figured we just spin, look through, and yeah, if you guys want to go follow them, go follow them. If you guys have never seen their stuff, cool. If you have, yeah. Do a little shuffle here. Already did this a few times. Make it fair. Let's see what we get. Again, I just picked the first 16 that came across. Oh, that's cool. How perfect. You guys will see why. I'm gonna So this is why it's too perfect, guys. So you don't know. So Glass Orbits is Brian Bowden. Brian Bowden is not a. I shouldn't say that. I guarantee he's probably been behind a torch, but he's not known for making marbles. He's a collector and a dealer and just awesome marble guy. And if I go here and search Roe. Purser marbles. What's going to be on here? If I scroll down far enough. Oh, what? Oh. I can go full screen now, there, I guess. There. Yeah, isn't that cool? It's from the same year, Road 2006, of the marble that the person found at Goodwill. I mean, it's so cool. Like the little windows, like how he uses that negative space with the clear to like add that depth. So cool. And then honestly, like this is a cool marble, but the one that the person found on Goodwill is probably like I think a little bit better. It seemed larger, more designs. Um, I'd like to know how big it was actually. But yeah, he does Marini, so that's what all of these are. And I believe he's soft glass. If someone knows, please correct me. Um, any better, it would be a Mark Matthews. Dude. That's like while we're here. I mean, hey, we're looking at glass orbits, right? Oh, it's right below. I had the opportunity to buy this when it was still in stock, and I didn't. And it's the one that got away. So sad. So sad. But yeah, I love Mark Matthews stuff. Mark Matthews, honestly, I've said this story before, and I'm not going to go into it, but like Mark Matthews, like finding Corning's Corning Museum of Glass videos on YouTube, and then within there they had Bill Gudenrath, and then I watched a ton of Bill Gudenrath because my buddy, who's he's an engineer that works with glass, like he's a bottle factory, but while he was going through school, he fell in love with Bill, like learning about Bill Gudenrath because he worked in and I need to switch my AirPod, it's about to die. But is it gonna connect? Oh, I need to connect it here. But Bill Gudenrath and Mark Matthews working together. It's a wonderful video. I will, if I can remember, I will link it in the description of this live stream because please, like, if you want to spend an hour watching marble content, that's the content you should be watching if you've never. Not this. Got to jam with him and Mark. Dude, that's so cool. I don't know if you're talking Bill Gudenrath, the goat Bill G, and Mark, that's too cool. And if you're talking Roe, that's too cool too. Like I'm pretty jealous. I think that's part of my hope. I think that if I stick through all of this and I keep making videos and I keep doing all of this and I keep going to shows and I keep like just reaching out, I think one day I'll end up in that scenario too, where like I'm in a shop with a Mark Matthews and it would just be so cool. It would just be so fun. And maybe that's a lot to say, I don't know, but that's kind of my hope. I don't know. I don't have a torch. I don't have a hot shop. This is my way to add just Mark with him. Oh, with him, Mark, not him and Mark, just him, Mark. No, that's too cool still. Dude, Mark, his stuff is like so unbelievable. This was another one that I really love. And then to learn that it's like the 911, like this is it's so crisp, so clean. And then like how like in that video on Corning's, they like a lot of these geometrics, it shows how he creates those blanks, like the cylinders, and sandblasts it. Well, he gathers up the cylinders and then marks them off, sandblasts them, and then forms them, gathers, and all of that. It's like you can go to Mark's shop. Yeah, I need to. There's a lot of places I would like to. I don't travel much. I don't take really any vacations at all. If I do, it's for a marble show, and it's literally for that day. I should go do that. That's something I'd like to do more in the future, is take vacations. And I'm sorry, I can't stand this song. I hear it on so many YouTube songs or videos. Oh my gosh, and now I know where they get it from. The free YouTube music library. Yeah. Yeah, Mark Matthews does wicked cool stuff. I mean, it's like, so Brian, like all of these, like they're for sale, and I mean most of this stuff's gonna be sold out. Dude, I can't tell you, John Bridges, like Blackfire Glassworks, like this is just wild stuff. If you want to, dude, it's so perfect. Like it was like the universe, like with the little spin of the wheel here, it just knew. If you just want to learn more and just want to look at the best modern contemporary marbles, look no further.
I could talk to you through this, but it's going to be terrible quality. So let me see if I can't fix this real quick.
There we go. I think that's better. If it's terrible, let me know. It's funny. I accidentally knocked a cable, and then it all went fritz. And I was like, oh, don't know what happens when that happens. And now I know. My microphone goes out. I appreciate you calling me out. So yeah, that's pretty cool. David Salazar, 50 years. He's been blowing glass. So this is, I don't know anything about Burt Cohen. Maybe this is another rabbit hole that we can go down. Burt. This is a nice little article about Burt Cohen. And unfortunately, his book ended with an obituary. Hate to see it. I am going to not read this to you guys because this is not kindergarten, but I will link this. I'll just go ahead and link it straight in the chat, and I'm going to also link it in the description of the video. What was the other thing I was going to link in the description? Oops. My apologies. If I remember, I remember. If you remember, let me know. David Salazar. So I have seen David Salazar. Like I know of him, kind of. I've seen of his marbles. They're neat. They're unique. You do see a lot of this where it's like a image over a dichro, but I mean, he does a lot of stuff. 50 years. He's going to have been doing a lot. Sorry, it's kind of dark. It's also now almost too bright. I don't know what to do here, folks. We're coming up on an hour. Let's see what we got here. Hey, here's a fellow Missourian, Benjamin Cornwell. He does the Show Me Glass. He's organized and hosted the... How is it? Show Me... Yeah, it's Show Me Glass. Show Me Glass... Show Me Glass show, because it's a Show Me State. Show Me Glass show in St. Louis. He does it in March. He did it this year in 2024 and last year in 2023. I went to both. It's pretty cool. The 2024, I will say it was all contemporary marbles. But in 2023, Scott McBride, he was out there with a table of vintage and antique. So Show Me Glass, again, hosted by, hey, there it is, Show Me Glass, March 15th. But Benjamin here, he does these wicked cool, so like, as you can see here, he does like nice fume, wicked cool fume stuff. A lot of like almost geometric, but then also natural, but then I want to show you some of my favorite stuff that he does is these like little mini islands. They remind me of something out of like Dragon Ball Z. I wish I could find one for you guys. Early, he's posted one in a while. Right here, there's Show Me Glass from 2024, yeah. Where are they, Benjamin? Where are you hiding your wonderful marbles? Okay. I'm not going to search too much longer. What we can do is we can go back to Glass Orbits, because I know he'll have photos of them in here. Let's see, it's Horn? Yeah, Ben. Okay. That's what I like about the Glass Orbits website, is that even when they sell out, he keeps the photos up for you to reference. this isn't the closest, but this is probably the closest I could get to kind of showing you what I mean. Is like, man, when you spin this, it looks like a little island, like in it. It's so cool. I love looking at his marbles at the Show Me Glass. Show Me Glass show. Show Me Glass show. So, wicked cool. Ben Cornwell. Krunkelstein, Eric Krunkel, Devin Summermill. I don't know. Not familiar with this. I've heard the name, but I'm not super familiar. Obviously, I know he's like super big, milly, heady glass guy. Let's see if we can't find any marbles specifically. No, go back to Vines. That's cool. A skull made of little skull millies. Like, that's, you know what? I just realized I'm not doing what I came here to do. Dude, that is really cool. The skull made of skulls, and then all sorts of just millies. Oh, that's a cool one. I like that. Cool marbles, man. Very unique. And then a little like vortex thing. Those are cool ones. Ooh. Wow. So again, the millie, is that all? Yeah, that would all be millie work. You can see it. Wow. Wow. Like a petri dish. Wow. Like that. I follow this guy? Middleton Glassworks. Nathan Middleton. I do not. I'm gonna follow you now, Nathan. Dude. You're so cool, guys. Oh, wow. Oh, the UV, though. Wow. Buy a ticket, take the ride, eh? Wow. That is too cool. I just read the Electric Kool-Aid Bus a few months ago for the first time. That's what that reminds me of immediately. That is so cool. Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test, whatever it's called. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, here's the process. Yeah. So I wonder though, is it hollow? Did anyone ask? No, there's no way. I would imagine that. So it showed he had to use the lathe. He would gather clear and then lay that around. Has to be. I mean, you could make a hollow marble. I know Richard Hollingshead, I believe is his name, Richard Hollingshead. He does hollow marbles. Dude, that's crazy cool. Alright, so I'm following Nathan because Nathan's doing wild stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a Dan Piper. And then I was like, wait. I was like, that looks like one of the Dan Piper, Pagoda? Pagoda, I think is how you pronounce it. And then, sure enough, It's a millied out Dan Piper. Dude, that is wicked cool. Like that as well. Oh, and Nathan. Benjamin. Alright up. I think one of those was for Show Me. $320.25. I'm sorry, I'm lost in thought. Forget I'm streaming. I'm gonna be there next year because it's not a far drive from me, St. Louis. It's about 4 hours. So pretty cool little pendant. It's like a oh, it is a collab. I was about to say. I was like, dude, that looks like a banjo Desi, but Devi. Yep. It is. Dude, that's sick. Glad for Benjamin. He deserves that. That's cool. Problem is here, Devin, is you're not posting marble content. I'm sorry. I know you. I know I respect him, but I don't want my follows to get completely out of hand. I mean, you all know Gong. We'll save it because we're not gonna look through his profile because I'll have him on another list because I already follow him. You guys already know Mike Gong. Crazy cool marbles. Unbelievable. Where is that gonna be? The Show Me Glass is it's in St. Louis. So it's in St. Louis at the past 2 years have been at the exact same location, like the same location both years. So I presume, as he says, we're back. I presume it'll be there again. It's a nice spot. It's cool. It's easy to get into. It's also close to stuff, so you can go grab a bite to eat. Like the venue itself is nice and open. If you are within driving distance, highly recommend Show Me Glass. But like I was saying earlier, it is almost exclusively contemporary. Oh, you don't have to. I appreciate it. They're trying to keep me down, man. They're banning me. They're censoring. No, I did go on a slight, like, mention politics at the beginning. So maybe I said that and it's been, I don't know. I appreciate it though. Yeah, that'll be a cool show. It's a great show. You could probably see, if you go, you could probably see a Mike Gong marble in person. I'm sure Mike won't be there. Someone with one of his marbles will be. Yep, I thought this was Josh Sable. We're going to leave it. This will be the last one that I look at. Not too close. I'm in South Louisiana. Oh, that is a bit far. But I always do this one at the end, but I'll do it now. If you have time, it's coming up in just a few weeks. South LA, Lower Alabama. Oh, LA, South Lower Alabama. I worked with some folks over in it's North Alabama, but Florence, Alabama. Worked remotely with them. Nice folks. Never met anyone from Alabama before then. Haven't really met anyone other than you. Nice folks. Southern charm. But yeah, this isn't too far for you. I drove 8 hours to go to the San Antonio show last year, so if this is less than 8 hours, I don't think you have an excuse to make. I was trying to make it seems like I was from LA, like Los Angeles. So yeah, yeah, no, Los Angeles. I'll tell you, I lived in Manhattan, Kansas for a while, and when I tell people that I live in, like when I wasn't there, and I tell people I was from Manhattan, they'd be like, "Oh wow, New York City." I'm like, "Oh, whoa, different Manhattan." Completely different Manhattan. Manhattan, Kansas is out in the middle of nowhere. Unlike Fort Worth, Texas. where they're having the Texas Marble Collectors Fall Show. And I went to the Texas show last year when it was in San Antonio. Texas Club is like really robust. They had wish I would have grabbed it. I might actually. Yep. Have it ready. They even made their own little Texas Marble Collector marbles to hand out to everyone. And I know that doesn't show well. It's not the point. But they printed a little Texas logo and then have the years on it. And I found that so cool. I haven't been to a crazy amount of shows, but that was the first place I'd been. And it's the Texas Marble Club. Like to be at Osage Beach right now? I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's starting to get chilly. It was nice being there a few weeks ago, I'll tell you. We did get hit in a storm, man. We went out in the boat. We rented a boat, luckily for the entire day, so we didn't get rained out. And we bring it to our Airbnb, load up our boat, and not 10 minutes out on the water, it's just downpours. And for weeks, it was no rain, clear skies, and just that morning, it was like, oh, there's a storm coming in, and yeah. That was a fun time. Osage Beach, though. It's a nice place. Midwest just had a show. Yeah, what? Oh, do they show old shows? Midwest, September 9th. Minnesota. I mean, it's kind of Midwest. It's like Minnesota Midwest. That's like Southern Canadian. I'm sorry, that might have been rude. I don't mean that. You're all Americans. We all say the same Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, it was just leisure. Didn't do any fishing. I don't have a Missouri fishing license. I should get one. No, it was just we were just boating. We were just hanging out. It was a bachelor party. It was fun though. It was nice. I will say we went to the Party Cove, which I'd never been. Actually never heard of. Went to Party Cove, and I as someone who I like to have a good time, but when there's thousands of people, it starts to get a bit much. And I was glad that it rained that morning because we get to Party Cove and it's just like 40, 50 boats, and it was like, this is much more manageable. And the food, the food. Yeah, had some great food when I was down there. Had a crawfish and shrimp etouffee from one of the lakeside restaurants. Took the boat up. Got so good. I'm getting distracted. I need to stop. Hey, this is a Marvel show. This is a Marvel show. This is a Marvel show. Sable Glass. Yeah, if you guys don't know Josh Sable, you should know Josh Sable. I'm already following, as you can see. So I guess we'll save him for another day. If I'm following them, I'm not going to go through their page because we'll go through them on another time, if that makes sense. So the Mike Gong we skipped, the Josh Sable we'll come back to in the future. Wild stuff. What I love about Josh's marbles is he always, as far as I've seen, he always does a great it's typically something set underneath a window, like a design, but then it's also backed really well. As you can see, a lot of these, look at, oh dude, that is so cool. With the in the opal teardrop. Oh no, it's not a huge group. That didn't come out right. Let's pick up your words along with mine. I didn't do big groups. Yeah, it's there's a threshold. I mean, I'll still do them. I'll go to monster truck rallies. Catch me at a monster jam. Let's go. Yeah, I'm sorry. Josh Sables. Dude, look at this Encalmo. That's so cool. All the different hues and shades of pink. I love Encalmos. I just remembered what I was going to link. I'm glad I remembered. YouTube. I'll pull it up later. I'm going to link in the description the Gudenrath Mark Matthews video. So I'll link that in there. I will link Brian Bowden's thing, and then I am also going to link the article about Burt Cohen. Because I don't know about Burt Cohen. I don't think... I'm sorry, I don't mean to judge, but I don't know if you guys know about Burt Cohen either. I wouldn't be surprised if JRA Cat knows about Burt Cohen. always flat on the bottom for the most part. Oh, no, 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 no. Flat on the bottom, it would then be like a paperweight. So like here. Sorry, it's dusty, so I'm gonna try and I actually have a proper rug. I shouldn't use my t-shirt for that. It'll scratch it. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go back to cameras. And this one froze up. Let's go back. Webcam. All right. All right. So here we go. So here we have lobbed off on the bottom. And so that would be officially a paperweight. But as you can kind of see, it was initially, they didn't go through the process of getting it perfectly round because it wasn't meant to be a marble. And I just realized that that's not coming up for you guys. What happened to all my cameras? They all just went out. I must have been something with the hitting the cord. Threw them all out of whack. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys, unfortunately. But yeah, paperweight. Oh, I guess I could show you here. Doink. Okay, so it's showing for you guys. On my screen, it's like frozen. I don't understand all of this, guys. But yeah, so it's like flat bottomed. It's just yeah, it's a pretty cool one. This is a Caithness. I don't have a ton of paperweights. Like ton, I have like 3. But contemporary marbles is just going to be anything that's like a modern, new. Typically, most contemporary marbles are going to be created on a torch, like at a bench. Like you're going to have your torch right here, and then you're forming your marble in your torch, heating up the glass. And then that's most contemporary marbles nowadays. Like that's, I shouldn't say most, like on a numbers wise, I don't know how it goes, but like the scene, the demand, and where people are kind of like putting their focus in contemporaries is more towards those, the torches, torch marbles, borosilicate glass. Whereas it's funny because contemporary marbles, when they resurfaced in the 70s and 80s, it was a soft glass. You had your David Salazars, your Ropersers, your Rouge Breslows. It was soft glass. So I yeah, I don't know. Contemporary marbles are dang, just new marbles. No, I don't know if there's a real definition. Maybe there is. I don't know it. But yeah, went a bit longer than I expected tonight. So you guys, did I like all of these? Because I need to like Brian's post too. Yeah, so are they generally signed? So I think most contemporary marble makers nowadays sign them. They use like a titanium pencil, which is really cool because it doesn't actually scratch into the glass. What it does is it literally like instead of like a graphite pencil, the titanium draws onto the glass, and then it takes like a lot of rubbing to actually remove it. And so unfortunately, none of my cameras are going to be good enough to catch that, but first time hearing about him. Josh Sable? Don't remember who I was mentioning. Who was I mentioning? I don't remember. Though, let's see here. I don't know why I'm not shrink this back down. But yeah, please go like Brian's page. And like I said, if you're new to contemporary marbles, even if you're not, it's not what I expected. Yeah, go check out Brian's stuff. It's, I mean, the cool stuff. I mean, look at this. I think this is Nathan Gorman. Gorman, yeah. Like, wicked. I mean, would you say a marble? I don't know. Kind of, maybe. Yes. It starts as a marble and then he cold forms it. I don't know. I'm getting off this. I need to get off, guys. It's going. I appreciate you guys coming here. On your last post, you were mentioning Jim Davis. Well, I know Jerry Cat. That is Andy's brother. Yeah. Jim. And then there's a whole, like, 7 Davises, I think, total, roughly, that have made marbles. And I don't know them. I know Andy and I know Jim. And honestly, I thought Jim was Andy's son. So, news to me that Andy is Jim's brother. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I do have a top 10 video. I promise. I actually do. I really do. I have to do the final edits on it. I don't know. I thought about staying up super late tonight and seeing if I can get it posted. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Yeah. I'm a really cool Jim Davis end of day vase. It's signed and dated 1995. Was signed. Yeah, I'd say if it's signed. And I think Jim also, he used like a Dremel. So it would look like as if he scratched it in with a Dremel. And I know he did those end of day vases. Wonderful pieces. Yeah. I'm gonna head off, guys. For the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th time. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah. Hey, don't worry about it. Honestly, the algorithm seems to be working on its own. Like I said, I'm amazed that so many people watch, and you guys watch, so I'll continue to make them as long as I can find time. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will be here next Thursday. And 2, if you follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I'm way behind on my posts, but got them all. I'm slowly drafting through them. I'm getting them, and just like, it's like I'm finishing the one that comes after this one, before that one, and it's like I'm so backed up, but I'm gonna get them posted. So have a wonderful night, guys. Have a wonderful